They are going to be, many are interconnected, and they're going to start to be felt acutely throughout our communities. Starting with food insecurity related to the loss of SNAP and WIC benefits. As people are unable to buy food, they might not be able to make rent because they have to start making painful choices between those. And then the impacts on healthcare, which already are such a source of cost and bankruptcy among people, driving them into the streets. This is what we're trying to prevent. This is what we're trying to draw attention to. Our communities definitely don't need this. We have very, very real problems that we're working on, and those are the matters of good governance that we need to address, and we don't need this unnecessary chaos. So I do want to, I do appreciate the focus of you all here and Congresswoman Simon to bring attention to this before things become especially acute. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Next we have Albany Mayor Lopez.
Good afternoon, everyone. And no, this is not a prank. I am the Albany Mayor. I know I don't look like your typical elected, but I do want to give some background on my positionality before I give a couple statements. I have previously worked for the U.S. Department of Energy at the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab. I am currently a PhD candidate at UC Berkeley in the Department of Environmental Science, Policy, and Management. And I'm the father of two amazing, beautiful children, Melanie and Omateo. The city of Albany, I think, has a lot of misconceptions and assumptions about our demographics and what we look like and who lives there. And as I shared with my elected colleagues earlier, the city of Albany, over 50% of the residents are renters. And we have a sizable number of folks. In fact, in 2024, we just discussed this at our most recent council meeting. In 2024, we had 668 unduplicated households that relied on our Albany Cares program for support. 15%, I believe, of which, about 100 households, that was financial assistance. And so as I expressed earlier to my colleagues as well, what we are bracing to experience right now with the shutdown is nothing new. We have been dealing with these issues, especially in Black and brown communities. And so I want to be adamantly clear that we are mindful and we are aware of the struggle that people have been going through. And so I appreciate our Congressmember and all our other representatives in Congress holding the line right now. And I acknowledge that we may be encountering some stressful moments, but it ain't nothing we ain't never seen before. And I do want to emphasize, too, at this moment, that for those on the other side who are intentionally making this difficult and intentionally putting us in a situation where there will be people who cannot have affordable health care or accessible health care, that is dangerous. And I'll end up on this note with a personal story that I've shared with my colleagues earlier that I seldom share, but I think it's appropriate now. That while I was campaigning in 2022, my partner, she had fallen down the stairs and had an unfortunate injury, fractured her leg in 3 different places. 3 weeks later, gave birth to my son, Omateo. And unfortunately, he was a NICU baby. He required extensive amount of surgery during his first year of life. The only reason we were able to go through with all of this was because we had access to affordable health care coverage. And it shouldn't have to take the privilege of being able to be an elected official to have access to health care coverage like that, to have the most basic needs of your children met, or any other family member, or anyone in your community. And so I want to double down and emphasize that we are in this for the long haul if need be. And I appreciate our Congressmember for bringing us together and making sure that we all are showing a unified front that we support each other. And with that said, thank you again, Congressmember Simon. Much love and appreciation to all our folks in the media as well coming out to make sure that you're distributing the information appropriately and properly.
Thank you, Mayor. Next we have Piedmont Vice Mayor McCarthy.
Good afternoon. My name is Connie McCarthy. I'm the Vice Mayor of Piedmont. At first blush, you might not think that Piedmont is affected as profoundly by this shutdown, but we are. We have federal workers in our town. We have business owners that have government contracts. But most importantly, we are, by and large, a bedroom community. We are a small donut hole surrounded by Oakland. And I have told my 3 now adult children their entire lives, you sleep in Piedmont, You live, you work, you shop, you go to entertainment in Oakland and our surrounding cities. So what happens to our neighbors happens to us. And yes, we are our brother's keeper. So we are very grateful that Congresswoman Simon is giving us a voice, all of the mayors here a voice to amplify our concerns with this shutdown. We need it stopped. The longer it goes on, in addition to hurting families, whether they choose to put groceries on the table or seek medical care, it devalues the purpose of government. We are supposed to solve problems, and we are supposed to continue to secure the public trust. And as low as that might be in government right now, it will go lower the longer this continues. So thank you to Congresswoman Simon. We are ready to get to work and to do whatever you ask of Piedmont to support your voice in Congress.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. And before we go to questions, I just want to make clear, again, for the folks who came in, we brought 7 mayors together. I represent 7 cities. You have 100% support for working families and for the notion that health care, affordable, excellent health care is the floor. It's the floor. It's not the vision of what we believe we need to have beloved and safe communities. So the information that I am giving to these mayors, and I have said it, it is fluid, as the administration has done a horrific job at being in contact with members of the House of Representatives from the other side, from, again, SNAP benefits to Section 8 subsidies and reimbursements. We are hearing different things. The point of me being in the United States Congress is to support and work for our cities. And so literally being around the table today, understanding what our mayors expect and need from our case management staff, my legislative staff, and myself, that's the job. So I want to let you all know that, this will be a continuous process where we're working with our mayors, we're working with our city and county lobbyists to make sure that everyone has the information that they need. Lastly, before we open up to questions, while the Republicans have not been at work, my office has been open literally 7 days a week. We are taking calls. We're doing case management services to members of the public who are having concerns about immigration. Call our office. If you're having trouble figuring out what's going on with Social Security and your payments and your applications, call my office. If you're having trouble or have questions about your VA benefits, call our office. Our job is to work for you, not the other way around. And we'll take a few questions. And again, I'm hoping that the questions will be mostly directed at our mayors, since they are the ones holding up this community.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Right here.
I'm so Hassan with ABC 7 News.
Yes,
So
sir.
you 7 mayors. What are the main things that you're asking Congresswoman Simon to do, right now, and once this may open, there could be blocks, hurdles to cross to get that funding going. What are the discussions like?
Please, anyone.
Mayor Lee,
I'm just asking her. I'm just asking the Congresswoman to continue doing what she's doing now, and that's fighting for health care for everyone, and also what she is doing now, and that's keeping us informed, because, as she said earlier, it's fluid, and we need her and her staff keeping us very much on top of what the impacts are going to be at the federal level, so that we can better fill in the gaps and stand in the gaps for people who are being negatively impacted.
Thank you, Mary Lee. I was just going to add that she doesn't have a magic wand, but to the extent, Congresswoman, that you're able to talk to some of your colleagues, because I do